Hey guys, how's it going? Eli here, back with another video where today we're going to be having an interesting conversation about being in a recessionary period and how flash sales are going to become the new norm. Without further ado, let's just jump right into it. So as always, we do weekly giveaways. All you have to do to enter is be subscribed, leave a like, and comment down below on any of the 3 pre-recorded videos we post each and every week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. For those that don't know, we had some technical difficulty issues on Monday and Friday's video, so sadly, there was only Wednesday to be able to comment and like on. So what I just decided to do this week was just pull from 3 comments from the Wednesday video, so I was still giving the equivalent of entering in 3 times for those people that were interested in. Obviously, wish I could have had more videos, but still allows you for 3 opportunities off of one specific video. But with that being said, Mondays are the day in which we announce our weekly winners. So, without further ado, let's do a little bit of a drum roll and announce the full-on winners for the week. So, congratulations to Andrew Weeks, Ryan Dawson, and then Pokey Player. As always, feel free to reach out to me via email or Discord. I respond a lot faster on Discord, but I will eventually get back to you on email. Once you've messaged me confirming that you are the winner, send kind of a screenshot of some way of verifying yourself, and then we can get the process rolling on me shipping out the free packs to you. As mentioned before, we're going to transition into 3 winners that are each going to be receiving 10 Pokemon Go booster packs, or not booster packs, but just standard packs, since there are no booster boxes, and the packs are going to be a little bit more expensive in regards to a dollar cost average pricing because of no booster boxes and just ETBs. But now, jumping into today's topic. So basically, the concept of today's topic is quite an interesting one. I want to start off by showing just a little bit of an image of something that happened up yesterday, and then going into something that I experienced myself a couple days ago. So for those that didn't know, about 3 or 4 days ago, GameStop was having a special where they had product anywhere between 30 to 50% off on like all of their Pokemon card stuff that they had available in stock. So as you can see, Shining Fates literally $1.39 above wholesale level prices. You're talking about Professor Juniper, $3 above wholesale prices. You're talking about the Voltage ETB, $2 above wholesale prices. So you're talking about like deals on deals on deals for a lot of these products. For Pokemon specifically, of course, this was a one-day deal. I know some of the products are still on discount, the more less demand ones, but the higher demand ones like the Shining Fates Elite Trainer Box and the Professor Juniper, I guess if you want to call it higher demand, they are no longer available at this current point in time for those current discounts. Now, of course, might as well give myself a shout out before I go into the whole main topic of that, but I also am actually doing a little bit of deals myself. I'm going to be selling some of the Cleaver V boxes as well as the Lucario V box cases for below wholesale level prices as well. Obviously, you can buy this bundle, this bundle, this bundle, whichever way you want to look at it. It'll be on our still product or ongoing specials page. So now, obviously, this is one of these situations where you're like, all right, Eli, so obviously you're shilling on your own site, and then you're showing what happened on a one-day sale off at GameStop. How does this correlate to overall flash sale prices? Now, this is where it's going to get into the fun part of it all. And I'm able to show you guys this because it is public information. And by this, I mean my distributors page. So if you go over to one of my distributors, they're called Magazine Exchange. They have a weekly specials page that they always look at. And if you want to go, you can take a look and see what it's like. But basically, the weekly specials page is typically where they try and get rid of a lot of their undesirable products by offering some sort of, discounted deal on it. For the most part, it's nothing usually that's special at all. It's usually just, okay, I guess if I buy a little bit more of this product, I'll get a little bit more of a discount, but not really something you want to bite on, right? Well, just recently, they have been starting to do a lot of buy one, get one frees or buy two, get one free. So they're doing this as it stands right now with the purchase of 2 cases for Pokemon Collector's Chest. You can get an additional one for free. and they were doing a special where if you bought a case of the Cleaver Vs, you got a Lucario box for free. So that's kind of the reason why they're doing it the way they're, listing it right now, or how I should say, how I'm listing it on my site is basically because I bought into a lot of the buy one get one free deals. The reason why this is so significant and the reason why this is so important for you guys to really understand, and I want to have a conversation about this, we're just going to have this as a backdrop, is because when you kind of have a conversation and talk about when you know the recessionary period is starting to happen and when you know the bubble is really starting to burst, it's no longer everything that's on the shelf is getting bought up. It's now nothing is getting bought up. And obviously you have your like general high demand products that you're going to be listing, your Evolving Skies, your Brilliant Stars, booster boxes, and so on and so forth. But when you talk about such a poorly designed item, such as the Lucario V-Box and the, Cleaver V-Box, which, I mean, the MSRP is like, what, 40, 50 bucks for those? Which is ridiculous to me. And you're already talking about the market price being slightly above wholesale. It makes it extremely hard for online retailers and LGSs to make a profit selling those items. And that's why I think what we're going to transition into is a period in which we see a lot of flash sales because product is not going to be able to be moved. You're going to see distributors basically sitting on a ton of product. They're going to have to flash sale or lower their prices because the demand is just not there. Because let's be honest, guys, if retailers can't sell, then either one of two things is going to happen. Either they're going to go out of business because they can't turn a profit, or the ones that have low enough of a prices, they're going to sell as much as they can slowly and then sit on what they can't sell. Which there's going to be realistically very few people that are going to be able to do that, especially if you're trying to, how do I want to say this, not have a lot of your capital stored up on product that is a lot more lackluster. Of course, there's always going to be certain prices in a market where it's, worth it to buy it. I mean, gosh, guys, obviously, like I said before with the Cleaver and the Lucario, I wouldn't have bought it if it wasn't for 50% off of wholesale level prices. So that's dirt cheap in my mind. But for most general people, there is a point in which it's worth to be able to pick up just prices because, I mean, if someone gave you a crappy Pokemon product for free, are you going to say no to it? Of course not, because it's free. So it's one of these things where you're going to transition into seeing this happen more often. I believe when you start to see Pokemon cards, Pokemon sets that are just undesirable, you're going to start seeing prices on these drop back to wholesale level. I think this is also going to transition into future sealed product for booster boxes, for ETBs, but as it stands right now, I'm really focusing on these specialty collection boxes because these ones are not so like cut and dry, whereas ETBs and booster boxes, they're exactly what you're getting in them. They're just going to be your standard 36 packs, your standard 8 packs, versus the specialty collection boxes. Depending upon which one they are, they can have different promos, they can have different packs, and so on and so forth, right? So obviously, as far as booster box prices, nothing really dramatic has happened in sort of a shift. Astral ETBs are at the low 30s to mid 30s, depending upon, of course, where you're buying them for. So in regards to like general price movement, it really hasn't done much with ETBs to booster boxes. But look at the Professor Juniper Premium Collection. This was about 2 weeks ago, going for around $40 to $45. Now it is selling for, I think I clicked on this, it was as low as 32 is what I had noticed. Let's take a look. 31.16 if you want to trust this one, or 31.16. Yeah, 31.16, so about 31 bucks. Cheapest you're able to find it on here now for. Some other product that you're hoping to be able to pick up at cheaper prices. Obviously, once again, talking about those sealed collection boxes with the Cleaver, with the Lucario. This one is going for around $27, and the Lucario is going for around $30 to $31 if I can find it. But if not, I'll just make the point of it. But just basically, you're seeing a lot of these collection boxes that are going for, dirt cheap. Let's look at the Boltund one. I actually do want to look up at some of these other ones. Let's look at the Boltund box. So the Boltund one, just the standard regular sealed product for it. We should have a click, and then it should pop up. So it's selling for slightly above wholesale, so about $2 above wholesale. And then if we go Pikachu, and we're going to take a look at the sealed product for Pikachu, the most recent one, of course, being the just standard Pikachu V-Box. Let's see if we can find it. I'm going to go Pikachu V. Oh. So the Pikachu V standard box, why is it not popping up? Why is Pikachu V not popping up? It just popped up all these options. Just popped up all these options. All right, there it is. It's selling for at wholesale as well. So, I mean, guys, as far as it goes, you're just seeing a lot of the most recent product. Whether you want to hate it or love it, it's going for around wholesale level prices. Some of it is selling for lower, some of it is selling for higher. And to be quite frank with you guys, I think there's two factors that, at bay here. Obviously, we know for a fact that a lot of these products are very lackluster. People don't really care about it. However, when you take a look at what was going on during the peak of Pokemon product, everything was being bought up on the shelves. There wasn't even specific things. Battle Styles booster boxes were going for $160. You had Rapidash V boxes, which are terrible boxes in my opinion, selling rapidly. I'm talking 25 to 30 bucks for a box that should be realistically worth at most $20, which is MSRP, and as low as 16 to 15 bucks depending upon what your kind of wholesale level is. So I mean, we can even take a look and see what it's going for right now. For the Galarian Rapidash box is worth. We can see it's going for, oh wow, prices of it have actually gone up, so that's kind of interesting to see. But yeah, no, I mean, the value of this box should not be worth as much as it got up to at one point. So TCG player, it looks like it held it's held some value recently and it's gone up. But yeah, I mean, I think at one point it was at its lowest this last year. Of course, we can't see the full picture of it, but $20, and it was going for 25 to 30. So I think that it's even an argument to be made. It's a little overpriced right now, but we're looking at TCG player. You can probably find it at other places for cheaper. So, I mean, you were seeing that with the Calyrex V boxes as well. Those boxes at one point were extremely overpriced. I mean, there was just a ton of product at the time. These in-betweener products, I like to call them, where they're kind of in between Pokemon sets. So you're not getting a booster box, you're not getting in an ETB, you're just getting specialty collection box. Whether it be a premium collection or whether it be just a standard V box. So it's one of these things where the prices on these are more inflated when you're in that bubble era. We're not in the bubble, we're in the recessionary period, and so now these items are the ones that are probably going to be on flash sale the most. Because if you're talking about these specific ones that just have a very lackluster product pieces in it, people are not going to want to pick them up. However, we've talked about this before, we'll talk about it again, there's still going to be a ton of opportunity. You guys know my stance on Arceus V boxes. I know a lot of these figure collections, you're actually able to pick it up below MSRP, some places $22, $23. Obviously, if you can pick it up at MSRP at $25, I still think it's amazing long-term product. It's one of my top picks, if not my top pick, for the year on product to pick up long-term, just because of the items that it holds. However, of course, I'm not going to fault you if you're trying to buy some of this older, or not older, but, some of this, Cleaver V-Star, Lucario V-Star, Pikachu Bolton, as long as you're able to get it at the right price, because you're saying to yourself, long-term, we take a look at Sun and Moon, we take a look at XY, even the, worst of the worst sets, these premium boxes have done well. Obviously, if you're taking literally, a set such as Crimson Invasion, or a set such as, of course, Steam Siege, if you had those kind of boxes, they're going to perform the worst. But if you took a lot of the mid-tier sets, in my opinion, like Guardians Rising, Burning Shadows, Sun and Moon Base. A lot of these sets still were able to retain value in regards to the boxes in which they held up in. And so I think a lot of these middle tier Chilling Reigns, Fusion Strike, and as well as, Battle Styles. I know it sounds controversial to say, but I think it's a better of the set when you take a look and see what's kind of been the design with Rebel Clash and Sword and Shield Base. Definitely on the lower end of the totem pole, but really focusing on Chilling Reign, Astral Radiance, and of course Fusion Strike as the main three. And then a lot of these products as well have Brilliant Star, which I think will do well, and I don't think it's seen its really premium value yet for it. So I'm not going to fault you at picking up any of these products, once again, as long as you're able to pick it up for the right price, because pack prices are eventually going to accumulate long-term for themselves. So plus it's going to be part of a sealed product. Of course, promos are always going to play a key feature in that. But at the end of the day, there's been a ton of instances in where the promos don't play a key feature into the box, and it is also the pack selection as well as keeping a sealed box displayed without any sort of issues, aka dents and rips and tears and so on and so forth. But once again, kind of going through what I think the transition is going to be this upcoming year and so on and so forth, is you're going to see an imbalance and a shift between a lot of people with this recessionary period not wanting to buy a lot of the crappy product because Pokemon is more prevalent, product is more prevalent. Pokemon, prices have gone up. The cost of just general goods in this country and throughout the world has gone up. And so the value of the dollar has gone down and people's wallets have been tighter. And so they're spending less money on luxury goods, which Pokemon is. And a lot of these sealed products are going to get passed on for the reason of, if you're going to be spending your money on luxury goods, you're only going to want the best of the best. And those are going to be the high demand items that are going to do well. And the rest is going to basically just get swept under the rug and no one's going to want to purchase them. So that's where the transition is going to be for opportunity this upcoming year or two, because you're going to see opportunities to buy a lot of this product at prices people haven't seen since 2019, 2018, realistically, or basically before the overall bubble. So of course, I personally believe this will eventually transition into single cards, but right now we're really just focusing on these ultra moderns. So I think that it's obviously it's a good and a bad situation. From a retailer perspective, an online retailer distributor perspective, obviously it's a bad thing. Because then you're having to pass on so much product, and if you can start to scrape the bottom of the barrel and get good deals on these products by basically having your distributors flash sale them, then sure, that's fine as long as you're able to move the product. But if you're saying to yourself you're having trouble selling a lot of general goods, unless the Pokemon company is consistently putting out bangers, it's going to of course cut into a lot of your overall sales, specifically your margins. And so, for online retailers, for LGSs, they're going to get hurt the most. But of course, this is going to lead to opportunity for most general consumers, which is going to be a really, good balance as far as, having such a explosive buying period for the longest time, and now we're going to have an explosive selling period, and so we're going to transition truly into a buyer's market because there's going to be a lot of opportunity. And I think this is going to become the new trend in the basic upcoming couple of years, or at least until we start to see the economy find its correction bottom, which I don't think we're anywhere near from. I think things are just getting started with that. And then, of course, as I mentioned before, once again, these high demand sets are going to be the outliers, and it's going to come down to the Pokemon company to decide how far they kind of want to take these sets when it comes to their, kind of outlier growth based off of them being good sets, and how they want to print them, whether it be to a high, demand stake to the point of where the overall supply is going to engulf that and become super cheap, like we've talked about with, of course, the Evolving Skies being super high demand set. It's going to get a reprint in August. And then just future sets and products, and seeing just how they're going to kind of take that approach after they've purchased the Millennium Print Group. So, but yeah, very interesting discussion, I think, today. I think for me, it's more of just an optimistic outlook in regards to a real amount of opportunity. I've been talking about this for a while when people ask me what my predictions are for the future of overall sealed product prices. I said ultra modern, in regards to what's going to get hit the most from a percentage perspective. I obviously think it's going to be more vintage to middle of the road vintage, basically the ones that exploded the most and are probably going to have the most room to retrace. But as far as the overall value hit that you're going to see in regards to the Pokemon market, upcoming product that's going to be released is going to stick around wholesale below it or slightly above it for a lot of these products, just because the way in which the market has shifted in the past 6 months to year, basically, and so on and so forth. This will adjust as, once again, we continue our recessionary period. But a little bit shorter of a video today. Hopefully all of this makes sense. Hopefully you guys found enjoyment out of this video. I think it's personally super exciting to see stuff like this for your guys' self. Obviously hurts me a little bit as a retailer, but at the end of the day, I'm here to give you my kind of unbiased approach from it, because opportunities are going to start springing more and more. There's already tons of opportunities as it stands right now, but they're only just going to multiply by the day as you're going to start seeing products well below wholesale available quite often and quite frequent. So being aware of that, staying updated on deals pages and so on and so forth, and just staying in the loop of that, because there's going to be a ton of opportunities that you're not going to be able to pass up on. But as far as it goes, as always, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, be subscribed if you want to enter into our weekly giveaways. We post content Monday, Wednesday, Friday for you to comment and like on. And then, of course, as well, we're going to have 3 winners that are each going to be receiving 10 Pokemon Go booster packs, which, once again, 3 opportunities to enter, 3 opportunities to win. But that is all for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Until then, I will see you guys on Wednesday. Peace.